Hey guys, I'm Captain Mitchell Duggar from Key West, Florida. I'm down here in Southern California to put together a series of fly casting videos to help some clients of mine. I'm going to be covering everything from the basics to troubleshooting for the more advanced caster. I hope you enjoy. So as we're slowly starting to work on this, I'm going to start bringing your arm or your casting, your forward cast up a little bit. Before, when we started with the pickup and the put down, we lifted it up and we dropped back down, okay? This is not the natural motion we want to do, but basically what I was trying to do is establish kind of what that feeling is when that forearm gets vertical. So what you're going to do now, exactly like you've been doing before, but all I want you to do, we're going to bring this back real nice and slow. We're going to do it together. You always try to move your wrist when I'm helping you, okay? Don't move your wrist until this forearm comes vertical and then the wrist opens up here, okay? Now here what I want you to look at, and just hold on right there. This is another way that we're going to start talking about playing, and we can kind of see it with the rod tip back here, but where we can really start to see it is right here on the reel. We know that we want this rod and reel to end at the same height above the ground once we've stopped in our forward cast, okay? So as you're coming forward on that forward cast, you're going to slightly extend your arm into almost a punch-like motion as that thing comes out to here, not quite full, about right down to there with that thumb up top, okay? And I want you to stop right there and I want you to look what's going on here. When you go forward, when you're following through with this thumb, this rod tip is going to naturally go down and the butt of the rod is going to come closer to your forearm, which is great because what we know is once we go ahead and start getting into our back cast, here comes the discipline. The elbow is going to drop in, forearm is going to go vertical, wrist is going to open up to here, okay? And now we come forward into a punch. Okay. All right? But make sure that you're holding, you're going to start feeling tension right here because you're holding this thing out a little bit chicken winged, okay? So you can, a lot of times when I say sidearm or something, or different angles, people try to do that vertically or out in here. Almost everything needs to happen right in here. And in this casting, this opens up and it goes out to here. So this is what we're looking for in a basic punch. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Okay? Let me get out of your way. Go ahead and go. Beautiful. Back 1, 2, punch forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2. Great. Go ahead and set it down. Jennifer, great loops and great line speed. Do you feel the difference in there? That thing is going forward, it's rocketing out. Now, are you starting to feel it in your left hand? It's really important that you start to feel this thing in your left hand, especially for our next start, or our next a little lesson. So I want you to do that one more time, that whole thing for me. Back 1, 2, punch forward 1, 2. Good, open up that wrist and that back cast. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Okay, set it down.
And then I had my hand in front of me, which is
okay.
bad.
That's fine. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to do wrong. One thing that you started to do on that is as you're coming forward, we kind of got back into the whipping it straight down. Remember, once we stop on that back cast, we're going to come forward and with a little bit of an extension, okay? Let me see that real quick.
Yeah,
get you kind of untangled and start. And what we'll be able to do, and see if we can put like a marker on that, look back and see that, because what happened was she got really inconsistent with a lot of those motions. The set before that was nice and smooth, and what you'll see, especially when you start getting fatigued, is that you're kind of going through the motions, but the motions are a little bit off. Right. So let's try this one more time before we move on to the next step. Let me strip you in just a little bit there. Left hand on. Thumb right up on top of the rod. Your back cast looks great. What I want you to focus on this time is extending forward with that arm, exactly. And when you come, now watch that. See what you did there? See how the elbow's moving, but the forearm's not. So now you're scissoring that rod back and forth. What needs to happen is back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, set it down right there. Okay. Good. Now, don't hold this thing. You don't need, I want this left hand right here. You don't need to extend it out. We'll work on double hauling it another time. Go ahead. Back 1, 2, forward 1, 2. Back 1, 2, punching straight forward out in front of you. That's it.